Good evening, for Enterprise fans. Welcome to a wonderful Thursday night contest on the Zemus Zone 6 between Matik and Nitzy. My name is Garen, one of your co-commentators tonight, with Flossie Fern here in the booth with me. How are you tonight, Flossie?
Doing really well, Garen. I'm super happy to be doing comms again with you.
Yeah, it feels like we just did this, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, we have a wonderful serial by Plumeria Knight, our restreamer, which looks like it's featuring a Porum hero. And we also have actual JP doing the tracking with us. So it'll be a great race tonight. Thanks to everyone who volunteered and our racers for volunteering for the restream. Let's take a look at our objectives tonight. Looks like we've got a forge, as we always do in this flag set. Got the Tower of Zot, right away the Rat Tail, turn the Pandiang's wife, launch the Falcon, cure the fever, beat the sealed cave, and it looks like there's a vanilla white spear down there. All right, so a
Yeah.
mix of everything: some moon, some raids, some fun. What do you think?
Yeah, not a whole heck of a lot on the moon, but we do have a guaranteed white mage in the seed, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, it might not be much on the moon. Could just be one of the objectives, but who knows what kind of key items are stuck up there? Because there are seeds where it is haunted, there are seeds where it is loaded. We have no idea.
We may see a full clear yet, it's true.
Well, we don't want to see a full clear. I mean, I do want to get to bed at some point tonight.
Yeah, I know.
So regarding our flag sets, like we have the usual settings. We have no J items in our boxes. We have min tier 3, max tier 7. With the distributions that we have on, we're not going to be seeing any holy swords for Cecil on the blue planet. Not a lot of great gear in the overall boxes. I mean, some nice things, but most of the good stuff, you either have to beat bosses or take the monster boxes either on the blue planet or especially in the LST. And also our shops are on the pro setting, and along with the treasure boxes, and not a lot of good stuff's gonna be in the shops. We're looking for maybe just a few niche weapons to get our grind going, curatives. Corners are probably praying for silk webs, and we'll see what we can find.
Yeah, pretty much all the shopping is going to be kind of focused on that grind.
And in addition to that, I mean, we'll see where the runners decide to go for their early loot. Most of the time, races have gone one of two ways: either go to Eblin Castle, try to get the somewhat higher quality loot with the risk of you're going to run into those 3 monster boxes there and run into some resets, or go to the Watery Pass for the free chests. We're underway, though.
Yeah, about to see who our partner is, and it looks like we have a Sid, and Antlion is giving us a Sylph Orb.
Okay, so Porter's been given a really decent chaperone tonight. Always send the kids out with a more experienced adventurer. Sid has got a lot of early power, a lot of early HP, is also very slow. So eventually, it's going to have a little bit of an agility problem, possibly with a lot of levels or a heroine robe on our hero, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you don't mind seeing Sid right out the gate. He has a pretty high HP pool, so that's really good for the early fights. Looks like
Matic is going for
going right for
Dameskin Castle.
Yep.
All right. With the Falcon and the Rat Tail, that makes sense. You're almost certainly going to have to launch it at some point. Nitzy's got to go to the nearby Watery Pass. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, so neither of our runners are opting for that first Evelyn play. Interesting.
Got a Wizard Cap, Mute Arrows, Gaia Helm, Ice Brand, Archerbow Ogre Axe. That's nice.
Yeah, grab that Ogre Axe and Damsey in basement.
Gungnir Spear, okay. Earth Hammer, that's nice for Sid in the Watery Pass.
There we go, on Nitzy's side there.
That is your early gauntlet protection if we run into it. Rain Sword, Wizard Robe, okay.
Got ourselves a little variety pack going here.
Yeah, we didn't see any black belts or karate gis, but we'll see if we can find those somewhere else. Try to give Sid some strength points. It'll be really, really nice with that Earth Hammer.
Yep, also hits that giant weakness. You can see what I always think about. It's immediately focusing on the grind.
Well, grinding is just one of those things that we seem to have to do most of the time for Enterprise. We want to get our Z going. Matic finds that there is a Bahamut sitting in the waterfall taking a bath. we're going to leave that be and just go somewhere else.
Yeah, runners are kind of checking little spots here and there like that to see if D-Mist is hanging out there, because D-Mist gates another key item.
Yes, it is a check. You're hoping it has something nice for you instead of something that's a bit of a zonk, like, maybe a white shirt, just to use that as an example.
Flame Whip.
Yeah, Flame Whip is also a bit of a haha.
It's like both of our runners kind of had the same idea, but in different order for looting here. We see Matik and Watery Pass and Nitzy and Damsey.
Yeah, PK pointing out that since Bahamut is technically free with your Star Veils, we could get some access to some good boxes in that waterfall if you decide to take the fight. It's going to say no to that too. And we'll decide to go to Mount Hobbs for the first of our character checks. With tonight's flag set, we're not going to see Tella, not going to see Fu. Everyone else is in the seeds somewhere. We have 3 dupes. We're hoping this is not a Sid dupe, because that would be kind of sad.
Matik checks the bed in Kaipo on the meanwhile and sees a Cecil, I believe, over there.
All right, DKC in the house. Kaipo is selling Thor Rages. Give you 10 the starting pack, but you always buy more for use against certain of these early monster packs. If you get a Gauntlet or the Mom Bomb or something like that. It's also very good for triggering the Mac Giants if you're doing that grind. All right, Nitzy's going to be the first one up here to Mount Hobbs. We'll see what we get. Well, there's DKC in another spot.
Yep.
So apparently he got really better really fast and beat us here to the mountain.
Wow.
We get elements. That's nice because that Earth Hammer should be quite good against this phase.
All hammers do fire damage, correct?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, we were only a couple HP away from the turn there.
I know, wow.
6 HP turned it. All right, so Sid, eat your Wheaties. You need like one more strength point or something like that to get there. But Nitzy's getting through this pretty quickly. No problems here with this group.
Goodbye, elements.
They'll be back.
Scarcer in chat is saying Earth Hammer does fire damage, the other hammers don't. And does that include Fiery Hammer, is what I'm wondering.
There might be an exception for that one.
It's all in the name.
Unless it's a liar.
It could be. I mean, I'll believe anything at this point with this game.
Matik gets a one-shot from the Sid over there, so Rando gonna Rando there.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Fiery does do fire damage. Thank you, Scar.
Split, yes. AP pointing out, yeah, split experience. This is great for leveling.
True, yep.
Yeah, center slot accuracy definitely helps out with no matter who's there attacking physically.
Both runners opting to go to Antlion next.
Yep, sometimes with the Porum you might fade this until you get your exit or you find it in a shop. It was a crystal armor and a charm rod in the back alley there. Not often checked. Rain spear. Nice dart if we find an edge. Can't find the edge until we get aided checks.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say we can't find the edge until we're done grinding and have no equipment for him.
Well, that might be a particular commentator's curse. How dare you? But anyways. Now, another thing that's going to be really weak to Sid's hammer, this Dr. Luge and Balnab fight, because Balnab, being a machine, is weak against hammers. Did Elvin design this early game? Possible PK. We have a
And
Baron key in the outline
Baron
cave.
key there.
Not necessarily an objective, but does get you 2 checks.
You don't mind really seeing that early, just so you have some kind of overworld options.
I would like to order a magma key, please.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Baron key equals at least a possibility of edge, yes.
That's true.
Of course, we all know that's going to be Edward because that's just the way that these things seem to go. It's like
Matik
Matik is
heading over
going
to
to... Yeah,
Fabul,
Fabul.
yep.
So, at DKC in the party, we're taking all of the early experience where we turn him over into a paladin. So, that's going to leave Cecil a little bit behind in the early going, but he'll catch up. As Nitzy is collecting the Baron key, Matik is going to find out what Baron is invading with this time around. It's a Dark Elf.
We have all the kind of multi-stage bosses crowding in the front here.
Also notable, it's another split experience boss in a place that has a lot of experience in the early going.
Mm-hmm.
Runners can't catch a break here. It's like you figure we've had 3 bosses now that have had split experience out of the 3 we've seen.
Yep, it's true.
Maybe you want to go and take that Bahamut, which at least is not split.
It's like Nitzy's going right for Baron after he got that key.
All right, that isn't necessarily a bad play. We're going to see if we can get through that Baron in possibly, or maybe check the shop. Ooh, silk webs and exits.
Pretty good shop there.
You wish you'd have visited before you went to the Lion Cave, but better late than never. Sells off all of the Palm Helms. And we're buying 10 silk webs. And 3 exits. Okay.
Matik is through the Dark Elf fight at Fabul, and we're gonna see what he gets now.
Well, the Dark Knight of Baron, many years ago, left behind with the king this particular item. A magma
It's
key.
our magma key. Thank you, Dark Knight of long ago. It's possible Nitzy's just checking the shop here because you do have access to the weapon and armor shop only via the Baron key. So we'll see what he decides to do after this.
There's a poison axe and some lit arrows there, but nothing really good in the armor shop, unfortunately.
Alright, not taking any fights in Baron, so probably gonna see heading over to Fabul.
Yep, Matik has found the life potions in Fabul's item shop. Found the white arrows in here too, and as well pick up a stack of those. Very, very useful against Mylon Z, and I think also the D-Lunars, if I remember right.
Yes, I think they are. They're weak against Holy, so yeah, they should be, right?
I think that and also Undead is the other weakness there. So, I mean,
Okay,
especially
one or
if
the
there's a
other.
Rosa to aim it, that could be pretty nice.
Not weak to Holy, but they are zombies.
Are zombies,
Sumerian,
okay.
Yeah, there we go.
We have a black sword for Cecil here in the Silvira shop. If the item shop is anything good for us.
Be doing a little more functional damage now.
This functional damage is so much more fun to commentate, though.
Yeah, I want to see those double-digit hits. Come on.
We saw a single digit earlier. I mean,
Oh man, I missed that.
Well, 66 is not going to cut against his Dark Elf, Cecil, but nice try.
All right, Matik is making that ordeals climb.
Yep. Does have the magma key, so it doesn't have to do this just yet, but is going to try and take it on, see if he can get through.
Yeah, thinking about getting that Cecil online.
Charm arrows. That's nice from the Texas chest.
It is shaped like Texas there, isn't it? I didn't quite get that last time.
Oh, we got a lunar sparkle here at the first location on Mount Ordeals. Hey, it's a Doot Dragon.
Kind of a double dragon, if you will, on our screen right now.
A little bit unfortunate because we're going to have to get a lot of hits on this and take a lot of doots for it to get through.
You don't like the dudes?
I didn't say one way or the other about liking or not liking the dudes. I'm just saying there's going to be a lot of them.
If you like them, here they are.
Matik also had to switch the equipment on Sid there because the Earth Hammer, being Fire Elemental, would do only half damage against his Paladin, so had to go to the Poison Axe. Paladin's a little bit nasty in the sense that all elemental damage is going to do pretty much half on a weapon or get absorbed if it's magic, so yeah, it's not a fun time if you have Palom here or something like that.
And meanwhile, Nitzy grabs his magma key and did a good job with that fight. I believe it was Sid standing at the very end there, so not everybody got experience, split though it was.
Well, the important thing is that we're through.
We are through. And actually, Porum gets experience since she's the hero, so.
Yeah, I know.
Left out.
Porum has easy mode this time around in the seed, but the bad side for Porum is she can't get slung either, so, there are trade-offs.
And yeah, John Burkhead is bringing up something in chat. What does Porum have on Matik's side to get through the mirror room? I think there is an archer bow hanging out somewhere, so we might see that.
He's got an archer bow. He's got some, charm arrows there. He has a wizard staff. I think maybe a diamond ring, but that's about it. Tornado unfortunately takes out Porum. That's not useful against this wyvern. So we know this is not logical underground axes, though we kind of already knew it since we have a magma key earlier from elsewhere, but if you had seen this without the magma key, this would have told you turn around and go somewhere else.
Yes.
Matik is going to try and get through it. Sid is the main source of damage for this one, so hopefully. Oh, okay, DKC takes a nuke to the face.
It's playing Lifepot Roulette here.
Yep, you'd like to have a fourth character if you're going to try this. Okay, there's Porum going down.
Nitzy just found some camping gear in Agard there.
Dancing Dagger found by Nitzy. Okay.
Pretty good.
Sid unfortunately just takes it to the face now. We're keeping 3 alive, so I mean, we got the remedy. And Matik is through.
Yep, an annoying fight, but a doable fight.
Now, hopefully for this, okay, Porum does know Berserk now, so that's at least a little bit of a help for this mirror room. If it's that's not like, for example, D Lunars. That would be terrible to see here, I think, at this point.
That would be very bad. Ogopogo wouldn't be very nice.
The Porum has a bandana and a wizard robe and a diamond ring. Okay, so the defense isn't terrible here. Gonna put her in the center slot, give her a little bit more accuracy, hope it's enough.
I think we've all seen worse setups, yeah. But yeah, it depends
if this is an all gauntlet, rip.
Ugh.
And is this necessary for anything other than DKC? Let's see. Well, it's an adamant rock, so it's half of an objective.
Oh, Chad is saying Gauntlet
It's-
is in Baron Inn. Yeah, I guess I
Oh, it's a
missed
okay.
that.
Yeah. Okay. It's a sparkle. Ooh, it's Ogo.
Ooh, okay.
Ew. Well, I mean, hopefully it doesn't punch too hard because we're starting around 136 here, I think, or something like that.
Yep.
137.
Close, yeah.
Totally wrong. It's gonna take about 4 hits, looks like. Get it down with maybe more than that.
Yeah.
Run buffering from Matik here, trying to manipulate things a little bit. Gonna try and pull a Zerk off here. Just get some more turns off versus this Nope Noodle from Canada. And get a little more bonus damage on it too. All right, there we go.
There we go. Nice and through.
So your reward is a Paladin, and it is a Adamant Rock for probably what's going to be half of what? A Nirvana staff, most likely?
I feel like I've only ever gotten a Nirvana staff with Forum Hero.
He only has 2 choices, right?
I'm not even quite sure what the other one is. And yeah, meanwhile, Nitzy's doing his underground freebie checks. I believe we visited Yang, and now we are going down to the Fey March.
Yep, doing some looting along the way. As there is a monster box in here somewhere. The loot is typically a little better than elsewhere. A Dragon Whip, that'll be nice if we run into... Well, we've already seen the Wyvern, we've already seen the Paladin, so...
JP says Seraphim staff is the other one. I have gotten that, actually. I just blanked it out.
Oh, there's the other half of Fort for Nitzy. So
Legend Sword.
Matik is going to get that nice staff very soon, once it goes underground. All right, a little bit of shopping now, trying to beat the inventory boss. Inventory boss is undefeated.
Yeah. Is there an inventory miss in the Z Sprite pool? Or there should be. There must be.
I think there might be, but I think it's also just there is just simply 99 carrots in every slot.
Gotcha.
I didn't see what those were in the A March room there, but he backs right out of there.
Yeah, chat confirms inventory miss definitely exists.
A Leviathan and a Golbez. Ew.
It's a bit stinky.
Is the Leviathan being in its vanilla spot is not going to be too bad once you have enough power to get through it in a reasonable amount of time. At Golbez there, it's like, it's doable if you get some Star Veils off, but it's
just such an annoying fight. Yeah, it's free, quote unquote, ish.
Yeah, but you just want to be fast enough to actually get something off before Golbez decides to do the double cast and just takes you out.
You're tackling that gauntleted Baron in.
Well, the Baronian legislature knows what it did, so we're taking out the senators and all of the other associated bad guys that stabbed the King of Baron in the back and replaced it with a doppelganger. So,
This is canon.
yeah, that's what you make it oftentimes, you know. This is actually is going to use Thor Rage on because 3 out of these will usually die to a Thor Rage if you get lucky.
Now, in this alt gauntlet set, some of the fish are flying. Is that correct, or are they all?
All I remember is that the purple fish are absorb lightning, so that doesn't work
Right.
against them.
Yeah.
Um,
The election fish are flying. Yes. There we go.
yeah. We find a dwarf axe here in the Roya town. Not Tamra town. Wrong town. I don't know where we are here. That would be nice if we see a cane show up. It's the only thing that'll back row him in this game.
Nitzy, wrestling with that inventory.
Yeah, that is the one downside to looting a lot. It means you also have to manage inventory a lot more than the racers who take fewer boxes, or at least make it a challenge to catch them with at least 50 boxes looted in a seed.
It always feels good to underloot when it works. And it feels really bad when it doesn't.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same with any random strategy in a seed. It's like, if it works, great, I'll try it next time and get burned. If it doesn't work, I won't try it next time and I'll get burned. So, you know, it's just the way it goes.
Sometimes it just feels like utter genius.
Yara, which would be nice if we see Iridia, by 30 cabins. Okay. We're doing a lot of camping here.
Man after my own heart there.
Maybe we're going to set up some traps or something like that in the tents or cabins. So it's like, you know, some honey out, try to get some bears, get some free experience.
You know?
The election fish also assists with the senator's campaign.
This is just deep lore going on in chat right now.
Also, that's why the bow there from Porum just did such damage that they're flying. So bow is kind of a weakness there. Go figure. Oh, we see charm arrows, we see a boomerang, we see ice brand here in the dwarf castle. Nice stuff there for Nitzy.
Yeah, loading up on that charm gear in the underground. Good against giants.
Good against giants.
And Matik is through the alternative gauntlet and is looking at a doll fight.
Well, this will be a little shorter than the gauntlet was. A little tad annoying in the sense you don't have any real true AoE to get through all of it.
Yeah, this
If
is
I could
definitely.
sing, I would give you a little ditty about Max Giants on the mind, but no one needs that.
We'll all think it.
There you go. I won't even spoil by trying to give you a tune to play it to.
It's not the quickest of Baradins, but Matik is through.
Yep, and his reward for this political campaign is a Sork robe and a Yang.
Sork and Yang.
Thank you for your donation. Here's your clothes. Here's your karate man. Good luck.
Here's your free tote bag.
Poison axe just casually sitting there in the pot there. Apparently there must have been another plot to axe King of Baron here from these traitorous senator crocodiles.
Also to undercut the shop, which is selling them for quite a bit there.
Yes, the true price of anything is always free if you're willing to just steal from the merchants.
All right, Matik is using that magma key going underground.
Yep, it held ahead for quite a while. It was the first one to get it, but hasn't used it until just now. You see, Yang comes with an Ice Claw. And has also triggered the inventory boss. Sells itself.
Too much good loot in this one.
More like too much loot. I mean, that Leviathan orb is nice, but I mean, the Cure 1 hiding out, I think, in the inventory there, not so much. Buy 2 Poison Claws. No Dancing Daggers. At least they remembered the ice.
Matik is getting NPC'd in Agart there.
They've been learning from the Troya lady.
Yeah.
Alright, we are throwing a key down a well. As we're dealing with the fish at the bottom of that well on the other side. Nitzy is finding out that purple fish fly.
Yeah, good example there.
Doesn't care that DKC is down because, well, DKC, we don't really care about his experience at this point because they'll all get wiped away anyways.
Yep, he does a full reset when he becomes a paladin.
Yes, because all your Dark Knight experiences are totally worthless, right?
Someday you will see.
Alright, Max gets underground. Let's see where he goes first. Dwarf Castle. Let's see, is this to shop or is this to actually take the bosses? Well, it says to take the bosses.
Gonna guess shop, but going right for it.
Might reconsider with that sparkle there again. Let's see, what are we down to here? We could have either...
It could be D-Lunars, could be Plague.
D-Lunars or Plague. I think the only 2 options. We've seen the other 3.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is it? The D-Lunars would be kind of nastier because you have no real way to get through them very easily at this point. You're going to have to wait for your breath correct in order to do that, I think, at this point. Well, there it is.
There they are.
So, there goes Yang, because Yang has got no levels yet. It can be one than the other. Yes, we could very well have a a Plague sitting behind this.
All the sparkles done early. Nitzy through the old gauntlet, ready for dolls.
Yep, poor one goes down, which, you know, that's the thing.
Never feels that great.
We got 2 Star Veils up on Sid and Cecil, so there will be no confused frogs trying to cast, you know, sight out of here or something like that.
And yeah, nice move there for Matik. So breath comes out, gets reflected. Unfortunately, only 1 dragon gets frogged, but then goes and immediately reses poor in there.
Yeah, now the good news is, hit the frog first, so that will not trigger the virus script to hit the party. Bad news, in a certain sense, is the next virus in that dealer is going to take out the frog, and then it's going to start triggering the fire counters.
Yeah.
So, out goes the frog. Every hit on this dealer is going to trigger fire against the party, which I think is, what, 20% of their HP max coming off?
That feels about right.
Yep, so... yeah, there it goes. One more he'll take out Yang.
Ooh, looks like Nit's got the big doll over there. I think he used the Earth Hammer as an item and ended up knocking out all the orange ones.
Yeah, Yang hits for 70 and triggers the counter. Another counter here. Another counter. Getting a little bit dicey. Okay, gets through.
All right. Let's see if that second fight is a sparkle.
Nope, it is a Mylon of some flavor.
All right, this shouldn't be too difficult.
Nope, we find a Rosa. That's nice. It is the Mylon Z, which is actually the nicer version to see here. We've got Sid with an Earth Hammer who can probably just simply one-shot this. Problem is, it ain't gonna go first.
No, you will not.
Yang found a cat claw. That's nice.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Mars always pull things on you when you're not looking.
I know.
Sid is the only real weapon on Matik's side that's vulnerable from Mylon Z. It took a little bit to get it down, but we've got our Yang pretty well online now, at least. Also, interesting naming scheme where all the characters have their first letter taken out, and whatever's left is the name.
Yeah. Maddox party just watches in horror for 15 minutes as the hand slowly crawls.
Well, good thing we don't have a timer on this CD where they have to be done by a certain time. Otherwise, we've been at a lot of hurt right now with the way this is played out. What is the latest in Dwarven fashion today, Luca? Wearing crystal helmets.
Yeah, as the neck.
Well, there's a joke there, but I'm going to leave that one alone because this is a family-friendly channel. Anyways, moving along. Matik is going to check the item shop and is going to just simply exit out of here. All right, who's over to Tamra?
Oh yeah, Maddox about to grab that legend sword in Feymarch too. That's exciting.
But we hope so. I mean, he could decide to do Keyless Tower first
true.
if he really wants to.
Very, very true.
Retail something representative.
Or the dreaded I forgot about the key item in Feymarch move.
Or the I know I have to, because it's not required in this seed. This is the, also, Feymarch is often haunted thing, so I'm going to leave this to last thing. That's also a thing at times.
Yep.
Because the thing is, whenever you seem to go and take the Feymarch for its two bosses, they turn out to never have what you want.
Oh yeah, never.
But, well, PK, I mean, you can make the Feymarch look a little bit better, but it's still going to be a real pain with what's down there. And yeah, Golbez is technically free if you get a Star Veil off, but it's just annoying. Yeah, haunted is a way of saying there's nothing there.
Famous phrase being moon is haunted.
Yes, because funny enough, it often is.
You know, when you decide to full clear it or you grind on moon bosses, it's always haunted, right?
Yeah, something like that. Then, of course, the time you don't take the moon, it turns out all the bosses are free. Matik is definitely going to take this fight here in the Feymarch, looks like. Now, is this going to be a Cecil cover strategy, or is this going to be a heal everybody up and just try to blink and cover it?
Either way should be interesting. Always a little scary to take those Feymarch bosses before a grind.
Unfortunately, with our key item situation being such as it is, our choices are Sylph Cave or random encounters right now.
They really are. Or though we do have a couple sirens, but those can only take us so far. Or maybe we only have one. I didn't quite see.
And this might be Matik's first time peeking these bosses and seeing what's down here. It's definitely taking a pause. Is going to think about poor life choices, and we'll see where it goes next. Exit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, cover strats are not going to help you here on this Feymarch. But Mag didn't know that until he actually went down there and saw, oh, it's this. But it does have a forge. Let's see if there's anything useful for Porum here. I mean, really, it's a nice white mage stick for her. Makes her heals a lot better, but that's kind of about it. It's kind of underwhelming with Porum just because you probably aren't going to use it physically all that much. Maybe the cap will be nice, but...
I'm calling Bacchus wines in the shop since we have 2 white mages. It's not as key. Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Well, actually, that's really nice to see because you can get your Rosa basically going like a nuker here.
Yeah, that's very nice.
The real value here is not the forge for Porum so much as it is there's already heroin for Rosa.
Yeah, she's
and we are buying
do.
that. Now, good news for Matik Chu is he's gonna have to sell so much to get able to afford this that you shouldn't have an inventory boss problem for a while.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
Sells the Leviathan off, so I guess that's the end of the Rydia dream here. Sells off a poison axe. Buys 2 heroines. That's okay. Not quite what I thought was going to happen there.
Okay. Huh. All right.
Does not buy the arty. Yeah, that is one of the nicer coal shops I've seen, and of course it's early too. We had access to it. Literally, if you think about it, with where the magma key was, would have had that within about 10 minutes of starting.
Yeah, that's true.
If you decided to, well, A, go to the right location first, and then B, actually just rush the Feymarch and see what was down there.
It's pretty much most ideal shop too for 2 white mages where you can't actually just miss one of them since Porum's the hero.
Yeah, true. Although heroin on Porum would be interesting, let's put it that way, if we did that.
I'd probably throw it on Rosa.
Well, I think throwing on Rose is a given. It's just a question of do you throw it on Porum?
Oh, because he bought 2,
were bought.
right? Okay, yeah, that is interesting.
I mean, I don't think we're taking it, throwing it on Rydia if we even find her at this point. So, yeah. We're gonna see if this keyless play pays off for Matik.
And Nitzy is facing what we know as Ogopogo in the Paladin room.
Keyless Tower is not always the answer. He says, having it been the answer on him at least a couple times this past week and burning. All right, so Matik will save here. We're going to see what is awaiting us at the top of tower. We're also going to get a peek of what is at the second spot on the hook route, which is also an objective. We don't have a hook yet to get to it, but we can see it.
Yeah, Plumerian, I think you're correct. Nitzy did set up Sheila 1, but hasn't seen the reward yet.
It's a Beigen here at the top of tower. That is not the nicest to see here. This spot has very weak magic power, but it has decent physical, actually. So, yeah.
I think Beigen was talking to Plague there because I believe that was a Sparkle, and I think that's the last one standing.
Yes, if it's a Sparkle, then it has to be Plague. It's the last thing. we've decided to silk go the Baigen. That's pretty nice strategy there to slow down the frequency of those incoming hits, which are gonna hurt.
Nitzy, utilizing those illusions in the Ogopogo fight here.
I don't know, Concussed. I mean, Nitzy was underground very early on, well before Matic went down there, so I don't know.
I'm like 94% sure Nitzy Yang went to Sylph. Someone did.
Unfortunately, without access to instant replay, not quite sure. But
Okay.
we'll find out eventually. Matic proved me wrong by actually zerking Porum with the Nirvana staff, so there you go.
Yeah, not bad there. 915. Yeah. And Nitz is through his Ogopogo fight.
And it looks like Matic should be through the Baigen fight shortly. Doesn't quite get him down before the arms come back. Oh, if Porum's got the heroin robe on, that makes sense.
Yeah, looks like Nitz did not forget his Sheila 1 setup. It's going back to Fable to complete that.
If this is Darkness, this is going to be hilarious.
Oh, I know.
Oh no, it's where Matic was, the keyless.
Matic, yeah. Yeah, keyless tower play every time, right?
I'm gonna say it's a tracker's curse there. Nitzy gets a Sand Ruby, which is at least the objective there, and gets another character out of it. Which we know it's a dupe Cecil, so that's not gonna be helpful at all, but at least it's the objective.
Cold comfort.
Alright, so now with Matic, your grind is online. I mean, you have access to all the stuff you need to do a Mac grind. You've got double heroin robe, you've got ogre axe, you've got charm arrows. You have already bugs. I go back and pick one up. Yeah, this is all set.
Yeah, you pretty much have everything you need, and this is a halfway decent party.
Ooh, this party is not decent. I'm curious.
Well, you have no black mage, but
that's true. But I mean, in that case, who are you dumping?
see, I don't know. I actually like this party quite a bit. I would be very happy with them in a race, so.
Gotcha. I mean, if this was me, I mean, personally, I'm thinking to myself, I'm probably dropping Sid at this point for someone else, but that's just me.
True, yeah. I mean, and it would be interesting to run into an edge because I think we have seen basically 0 edge equipment. So, wouldn't be taking him.
Yeah, some disagreement in the chat whether you ditch the Yang or the Sid for the Black Mage. I mean, personally, I think that Yang is a little more utility at the end game just because of how his damage calculation goes.
Yeah, out of the two, I generally go for the Sid.
I mean, if you're playing replacing Yang with Rydia if she shows up, I mean, I can understand it there, but...
Yeah. Or ditch the Sid, I mean, over Yang.
You better not repeat those words when Elvin shows up, because now you've made a slogan that rhymes.
I try to keep my feelings for the characters separate from the run.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, it's like a lot of people like Sid. Um, there are times when keeping a Sid can be detrimental to your race prospects. We have not found Demas yet. It is still out there somewhere. The odds of it being behind the package are going up every minute that we pass.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now, required behind the package, I don't think that's necessarily on the cards. Let's see, is it even possible still? Let's see.
Maybe.
Yeah, it could still do that kind of thing. I think there's enough items where it could chain that. It's unlikely, but it's possible.
Interested to see here what Nitz does with this forge shop.
If it was me, if I was able to choose that, I would just choose to keep the shop in all my seeds, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's what I would also do with this.
Yeah, already heroin solves a lot of problems, except for those seeds where the seed decides to laugh in your face by giving you an heroin, and then telling you you're not finding any of the 3 lady mages anywhere early on.
Yeah. It's hard to sell that thing, though, I'll say that.
Well, it's easier on the second and the third.
That's true.
If you had a fourth, it's really easy. Unless you're on an Omni seed, in which case, you'll take all the heroines you can get. Oh, Matik's gonna give us a lunar dice check for the character. Maybe seeing if there is a better thing out here. This is gonna be Edward, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
Nope, it's an edge.
It's an edge, alright.
Not a fan at this point with what we have.
Didge.
Didge has lost his E. Well, he's gonna ditch Sid for that edge anyways.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
That's a choice.
Yeah, I mean
edge is faster, but doesn't really have the gear at this point.
There's some claws, I think. I think Nitz is about to crack some eggs.
Well, can only crack one because that's all we have for sirens.
Crack some egg.
And you can't get any more because they're not for sale in Coca-Cola Shop. It is a possible thing that can roll into Coca-Cola Shop. We've seen it already in this tournament, actually, in a couple seeds, but not this one. Yeah, the middle sword, yes, but middle sword is not really all that great as a DPS item.
Both runners, pretty sure they sold them, I see.
Middle sword is kind of mid, I think, by design. All right, Nitzy takes out the one A you can do here, gets a bunch of levels. Cecil gets to level 22, which will give him a lot of covering ability.
Using some of those.
Maria is using Cure 3s in lieu of no camping gear yet, so that's the cheap way to... Wait, we've seen camping gear. Does he pick any up? I forget.
I guess he did. No,
he's got chance.
Yeah, I guess maybe he just opted not to save there, or not to cure or save. I'm not sure if he saved.
Yeah, because we're actually in the middle of the Baron Castle. It's like, yeah, there's no place to really save here, so I guess that makes sense.
Or I mean, in Old Waterway, I didn't catch if he saved there or not.
I don't think so. Most runners usually don't, but Nitzy is actually trying the same play. We'll be right behind.
Dang, I always save in there. I gotta start thinking about my life.
Well, when you see an antlion on the moon who's decided to make its home in Barren Castle, that might lead you to question some life choices.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, look at those
Nitzy
googly
doesn't
eyes.
do it either. Face only
How
mother
many
could
checks
love.
behind is Nitz? Mainly, I think the keyless tower is what Nitz is behind. Is there anything else that he doesn't have?
I believe that is the only thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he hasn't done Dwarf
Dwarf
Castle
Castle.
either?
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, otherwise, he'd have the Rosa. That makes sense.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, so 2 checks. King of Baron today has been replaced by a wall.
It's that evil wall.
Because we couldn't find any actual actors who wanted the job.
Cardboard.
And I guess
wall.
if Senator Crocodile is trying to stab you in the back, it's science impervious to stab.
Yeah, that's true.
A very convincing disguise.
I love seeing Porum as a Zerker with that Nirvana staff.
It's definitely different. I've never considered doing that before.
I guess I haven't either. I guess when you get it this early, though. Yes, made short work of that wall.
Ah, chat. All right.
Well, there's our black mage. We got a Rydia.
Yep, so let's see who gets... Oh, there goes Edge.
I'm gonna say, she's got a lot more utility than Edge right now.
Yeah, sorry, Edge. You can date her in the after years. There's our sling. Yeah, that makes sense. We're gonna sling Rydia, I'm sure.
A long walk to see what we get.
We've gotten trash. And in that trash...
It's
not trash.
Okay,
Pass.
we'll take it. John Berg had Darkness was at top of tower, keyless tower.
Someone over there had a golden ticket to see Z and decided to throw it in the trash. Can't imagine why.
You know? Couldn't resell the tickets.
I mean, come on. Free tour of the Zemus zone, lifetime supply of crystals. Come on.
It's like a VIP pass. Come on. Whitey.
Not a piece of bread. Sorry.
No.
You can't convince me otherwise. All right, the wall is down from Nitzy's side. We'll get the pass out of this.
And
Matik is doing
setting up that grind.
Yeah, step manipulation there. So in this game, the encounter table is pretty much set when you load the game up. So Nitzy is trying to, Matik is trying to figure out, based on when the first encounter is taken, which seed he's got, and trying to make it so that the first fight in the giant that he sees is going to be the Searcher. And apparently he's found a seed where it is one encounter and you're done.
Yeah, wow, I just kind of like took a minute to stretch and Matik's already going for the giant, so that was a pretty lucky pull there.
Yep, it can take a bit because in the table for that our community came up with, about half the seeds don't have the Searcher within the first 7 encounters that you'll find. So it's like, yeah, it can be a little bit rough at times.
Man,
Last minute heals.
we have a vanilla demist. This is checking
I
this
think
dude.
I think you'll be fine, Matik. I mean, you have double blink.
Just a leg.
Nitzy, let's see where Nitzy goes. Probably the dwarf cast looking like.
Mm-hmm.
Find the Rosa. Will not find access to the darkness crystal yet.
Well, the way the seed structure is just kind of gonna force him over to that keyless tower play, so we'll see.
Well, unless decides to take the Fey March first, hoping for the tower key
yeah.
first.
That's true.
Lights in the chat over how Rydia is pronounced.
I'm not gonna comment on that. Further comment.
As I commenting out is a comment to begin with, so
Yeah.
so is not commenting on it.
There's no winning.
You don't play. That's the way to win.
Ah, gotcha.
While we've got this grind fight going on, it's a good time to remind you to follow our wonderful racers, Matik and Nitzy. Their Twitches will be linked in the chat, I'm sure. Also, again, shout out to Pomeria Knight, who's rolled this amazing seed for us. JP doing the tracking for us tonight, and you, Flossie, for putting up with me in the chat booth here. Go and follow all of our racers and volunteers. And if you want to get more information, the Discord's also been linked in chat. Definitely check it out if you're interested in either learning more about the randomizer or playing some games. We'd love to have you.
And don't forget my amazing comms partner, Garen. Give them a follow as well.
Nitzy has decided to go the Cure 3 route on these D-Lunars. That's a pretty nice niche way of doing it.
Yeah, definitely. You got a bunch of Cure 3s in your inventory. They kind of hate that, so.
Attic, meanwhile, is looks about halfway through the grind here with the Mac Giants.
Yeah, someday I'll manage to keep count of the giants on this grind. I always get to about 6.
The key is to remember how many of the item you're using, like the throw rage, to get it down with you start with, so you're able to stop, you know?
I feel like that kind of clicked for me last race. It took me a while.
Well, you know, there's always something that you learn new every time you race this thing, I guess.
Alright, Nitzy using those Cure 3s to get through the D-Lunars.
And who counts to 4 for a living? Okay.
I feel like this is a music joke that I barely get.
I was wondering about Thumb Wars, to be honest.
Oh, there you go.
I mean,
Yeah,
conducting could count to 4, but it's like sometimes you have to stop at 3.
And this is definitely pouring through his stock of Cure 3s here. Getting rid of Mylon Z as well.
Yeah, well, bought more than almost like, what, 30 of them? So, I mean, had
Oh, was
plenty of
it
Cure
that
3s
much?
to-
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Nitzy bought a lot of Cure 3s.
You know?
I mean, yeah, waltz is 3 beats. I think there's other music that uses 3 beats. You occasionally do have weird stuff like 5 beats.
And seeing that crystal helmet on Nitzy's side, kind of wished for something a little more, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're wishing that Dwarven Vogue had gone with a different cover piece for this month, but not to be.
It's always next fashion season.
Later tonight in the next race that gets run, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Nitzy is going to change party members, I guess. Can go back here to Mysidia, and in the tower we have all of the characters that we have put to the side. And Iridia is going to take Sid's place.
She ended up in the party by way of Sid, kind of on both runners' sides, even though there was a little edge in the middle there.
Edge was a halfway house in that case. I mean,
Yeah.
The hope there was maybe you dart some things while you're waiting for a real hero to come along or something. I don't know.
I'm not sure Nitzy kept any of the summon orbs really either of our runners did. Inventory boss was definitely a thing early on.
It's true, but I mean, it matters a little bit less after you've already done the Dwarf Castle because Iridia gets a pile of summons from there.
That's true, yeah.
And I mean, it is possible that she avoids both Leviathan and Bahamut, but usually until at least one of those two, if not both.
I think I did see Leviathan, but I'm not 100% sure she got like anything great from Dwarf Castle.
Meanwhile, Matik has finished the grind. We see Nuke over there on Rydia, so that means, yeah, we got what we wanted. He's going to turn the encounters off and run from this giant. Now, it'd be kind of hilarious if there's a D-Mist hiding on this giant somewhere, because we're not going to be back here until the last location, if that's the case.
Oh, that is just one of my least favorite places to have D-Mist is Element's spot.
With a non-required giant, yeah. Matik is going for the moon.
Oh, actual JP does say that Bahamut was in Dwarf.
Okay, so that solves your problem right there. You don't need the summon orbs at that point.
Good.
Itzy's taking some boxes in the lower Babel Tower.
Oh, yeah, the color swap kind of tripped me out there for a second. On the alert.
Yeah, Matik is making a moon player. This is a little bit of a cheeky play, considering, yeah, I mean, you've only got one objective here. But you've only seen 6 key items, and you know that the only thing you really got left on Earth is you've got the Fey March.
Yeah, you're figuring that the moon has to be pretty stacked at this point.
Yeah.
Hoping.
Yeah, well, there was Barrow Basin too, but all 3 of those are summon checks. Summon checks are a little bit less likely to pay out than mains. Again, though, we're still missing 10 key items. We're wondering where they kind of are. Were they put into the seed? Did the assistants forget to put them in this time around? Who knows?
Oops, no key items.
That would be a great April Fool's joke. And if they ever try that, don't blame me for that.
Oh, oh man. I feel like that one would get around pretty fast. Everyone would know.
Well, as long as they gave at least a magma key or something like that, and maybe a darkness crystal somewhere along the way, it might take a really long time to figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, a katana for Edge popped up somewhere.
Well, unfortunately for Edge, that's kind of too little too late. We're not taking him back after the grind on Matik's side, and I don't think Nitzy's going to take Edge either. Yeah, the alert box.
The alert box, sure. Yeah, there we
Now,
go.
good news for Nitzy is going to get the darkest crystal from this Baigan as soon as it's through. Bad news is I think Matik had this about a half hour earlier, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah, close to. That's true.
JP with the Chain of Doom over there. Let's see, Matik finds... Ew.
Oh,
There's a CPU here
yeah.
at the at the ribbon spot. That's not nice to see here at all.
Yeah.
Preliminary calling for Plan Q over there.
CPU is a split experience, correct?
No, it's not split
Okay,
experience.
no, it's not split. Okay.
Yeah, the problem here is that that CPU is going to put a wall on itself, which means that Rydia has got two choices here. You can either put a wall on somebody and bounce it off the wall and hope it hits the CPU, or you can try to reflect a float onto the attacker. Then you can just quake the CPU with no harm. Problem is, if the float hits the CPU, that strategy is dead. So it hits the right one. It hit the attacker.
There we go.
Even though it looks like it's floating to begin with, it's not. And even though it looks like it's still floating, the attacker is, the CPU isn't. Don't ask how this works. We just work here.
Yeah, I've done float strats before on CPU, and it does take me a while to get it to target correctly, it seems.
Come on, use Bahamut. It'll be fine, Matik, trust me.
It'll be fine. Nitzy gets the darkness crystal news over there.
Yep, Keyless Tower strikes again. I mean, have you ever seen a CPU float before? other than when it's been drowned in water and it's useless to you? I mean, come on.
It's just kind of doing a little dance. CPU float.
Well, there are better uses for root beer, of course, but some of our racers like their CPUs fizzy and wet.
Scarcer's getting deep in chat. Planes are like floating computers if you think about it,
In that case, we can also consider your car or your vehicle to be sort of like a ball nab, because you are literally inside a machine at that point.
You have to operate it manually now. Or directly, what does he say? Yeah.
Then you hit the button, and then suddenly you basically turn into a fireball on the expressway. Yeah, there's points to this. Dr. Luigi in the warranty business now. Okay.
And Nitz is setting his grind up here.
Yeah, we'll see if Nitzy gets as lucky with it to be on one try here. Nope, gonna require at least a couple more fights. Matik has taken down the central CPU orbs. Now it's all over other than just the fighting here.
And yeah, Nitz is doing the steps. What is this? Just northwest of Baron? Or where exactly is he, actually?
This is outside Mist Cave, I believe.
This is outside Mist Cave. Okay, gotcha.
Got an Earth Crystal from this ribbon room. Not necessarily what you need, but could be progress if there's something behind that Tower of Zot. It's another long check, so not necessarily what the runners want to do. You do have a treasure if you want to raid it. It's kind of late to do it, but
It
you
is an
never know.
objective, but it's very tempting to just, continue up on the moon.
Oh, yeah. I meant to say it was an objective.
Oh,
Never
yeah. No,
mind.
you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't really want to leave, so it kind of feels good and bad.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you go back and scum that Earth crystal has nothing or it just doesn't lead to anything, it's like, yeah, you're going to have to come back to me multiple times. You see an Odin here, I guess, at the White Spear spot.
Yep.
That should be easy with Young and a Thunderclaw. Or not a Thunderclaw.
Oh, yeah. I'm not seeing a Thunderclaw there in that inventory.
Does have lit arrows, that's a thing.
Now, Nitz actually set the encounters up before he raised the big whale. That's very interesting.
Yep, I mean, it's something you can do. I mean, it won't change the encounter table placement to do it.
Will it change things if you end up, spending the night in the big whale?
I'll leave someone in chat to answer that because I've never actually done it that way.
Yeah, it's just never really...
No, the answer is no. Okay.
Gotcha.
I didn't necessarily know. I mean, but you never know. I mean, at jumping from Odin, Matik reset right out of that. Is gonna go to the Ura altar. I'm curious though, was that the White Spear that he was at? 'Cause, I mean, that's an objective. Why would you reset out of that?
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, it is an objective.
Meanwhile, we see a Veil here at the Mazza spot.
Yeah, Matik did reset from an objective for sure.
Now this Veil, I mean, the problem here is the Rydia is not gonna be able to do anything with this because it has perfect magic defense here. So, yeah, she's not gonna be able to do much other than just simply have her just watch. She's gonna be relying on Yang and Cecil and Rosa and Raporum to get through this with their Zerks. Well, at least there's plenty of company on that hill, but I'm dying on the other hill, so forget it.
There is an accurate hill. I'm not going to say which one, though. Yang definitely putting out some damage over there on Matik's side against this nasty Val.
Yep, it is definitely always nasty to see Val on the moon when you have not seen a Kane anywhere in the sea to this point. I think the C is silent tonight, Borzoi, so it's actually pronounced id.
Id, yeah. Seed. There we go. Whichever one makes you mad, it says error.
Sid hate in the chat here. Concussed, if you meet Elvin one of these days in a back alley, I suggest you run. No, id, not ID. Id. Ah.
I'm just kind of plinking through this bell. Not sure
Yeah,
we
this-
have any heal pots handy.
I think it's getting close to there. There we go.
Goes. Okay. See what we get at this. Is this the Misamane altar?
It's a rat
It's
tail.
the rat tail. We don't have a hook for it, but it is a key item.
It's also an objective, so it doesn't have every side of this one either.
Yeah, that's true. Oh wait, this is an objective?
Rat tail is, yes.
Oh, rat tail, rather. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking.
Yeah, we don't have a hook for it, but it is an objective.
That is true.
Yeah, and I think we'll see if Matik remembers that this White Spear was an objective, goes back and redoes it. Nope, is
Zipper.
walking right.
Zipping
Away
right
from
by to Crystal Sword, probably.
That's gonna feel a little bad if he gets FOMO and it's like thinks he has the white and turns out doesn't.
Nope. Yeah, Rosa went down over on Nitzy's side, but he's taking care of it. All right, we're gonna see who is at or what's at Crystal Sword altar.
It's free
It's a free karate.
because we have Essel today.
Essel's just so good. All right, time for ouch.
El Young gets a boo-boo and decides to withdraw.
You know, for the longest time, I thought you had to have a holy sword to get the ouch from Cecil, but it's just 2
It is
hits.
just a power
With
shirt.
the second kick, yeah, just a power shirt there.
This is getting a little bit spicy now. I mean, we have a rat tail from up here on the moon, but really, that's about when we have an Earth Crystal. That's all we've seen so far.
What if that hook was behind White Spear?
No, it wasn't. We knew that White Spear was a Zonk.
Oh, right,
That's why
that's
he
right.
was
Yeah, it was a zonk. That's right. So that's why he reset. Gotcha.
I wonder if he's just realized.
Ooh, yeah.
I think this is recognition the White Spear
Yep.
was not done.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yeah, otherwise we'd probably just see an exit.
we did see one. Then he looked at his stuff and realized,
And then
uh-oh.
saw, yeah. I was hypnotized by the grind on the other screen.
Don't look. That's the key. Don't look.
Yeah.
we have hardly mentioned it for just this reason.
It's so soothing to watch.
Okay, so Matik is back into the fight here at the White Spear altar with our Odin.
JP in chat says you can also miss with Cecil and the script still runs. That's a little fun fact I did not know about the karate fight.
I think that plays into the counter for the fight command because, like for example, on anyone who counters physical attacks, if you attack and you miss, it's going to counter as if you would hit anyways.
Huh, that's very interesting. Looks like Nitz is stopping the searcher, so he is feeling done with the grind.
That feels good.
You like getting to this part. And grabbing that edge zonk.
One of the reasons Matik might have reset is when you do a moon altar, the objective click doesn't come until after the item is gone. If you just see the item and realize, don't want that. It's like, oh yeah, but it's an objective. It's like certain objective spots will go before you get to see what the item is. But this one isn't one of them.
That's an auto tracker situation then.
Could be. And Matik did do it before Concuss. That's kind of what we were discussing. He reset out with the first time we saw full moon without realizing that, oh, wait a minute, this is actually my objective.
So both of our runners have 2 objectives on the board now.
Now, did Matik take the Murasame altar at all?
No, not yet. Or not.
No, okay.
So yeah, went to Bahamut Cave, looks like.
I was surprised this would come before Mura, but, different thoughts, I guess. If he finds something here, he will decide to avoid that, because I believe, let's see.
Oh, this is a free fight, because we know other blue robe is done.
Yeah, I think all we need is a hook or a pan, and that is enough. Or a Luka key, one of the 3. Matik is 1 from go.
I'm feeling good about this water hag fight. I think he's going to get something good out of it. And Nitz is checking Baron Basement.
Who is the true king of Baron today? Well, it's a package.
Package.
Well, that is a key item for the pile. But it's not progression.
Where D-Mist is probably living.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Hook is Gokus is 2 objectives. The other 2. Yeah, I gotcha. Doing math on stream was hard. Don't do it, folks. It is a guard who is apparently Palace Coup. The Kaipo guard specifically. Well, this will be nice and free with a ground-up party. Rydia can just simply stone these or quake them, whichever one you want to go with. They'll both work.
Yeah, pretty chill fight to find down here. And Matik is going to finish that Zot objective, looks like.
And the old mantra, do your objectives, do your freebies. This is the first of those. It's a little bit long. You got 2 bosses to go through here.
We've had enough inventory. We're skipping the treasury.
This point with the grind being done, probably figures is at most marginal benefit to raiding it or so. Yeah, we'll just pass. Okay, Rydia is going to just simply blarg those poor soldiers down.
That'll work.
If you like your guards well done, you got buns available in the other room. It's a Luka key.
There is the Luka key.
So that is an objective on the table for Nitzy. That's a nice find because Matik has not seen that. And if that sealed cave holds the hook, Matik will have no choice but to come down here and do that.
Yeah, that will be very interesting if sealed cave is the hook.
Well, if you're Nitzy and you just tried this, you should chase that. Let's see if Nitzy does.
And looks like we're beelining for it on Nitzy's side.
I think so. I mean, it's an objective. Makes total sense. On the grind, should have plenty of power to get through it. Attic faced an Ashura, meanwhile, at Zot 1. Hey, here's Kane.
Here's a cane.
In his vanilla
It's
spot, no
vanilla,
less.
yeah.
And apparently he was mind controlled by one of the Mylons this time. I think it was Mylon Z there. So, and we've got our
And
other black
Palom.
mage here, Palom. Too late for you, Palom. We've already decided to grind up Rydia here, so you can go take a seat over in the Tower of Wishes and catch up on your lessons you've been basically playing Cookie from.
You know.
Sorry. We'll see you in the after years. Bye-bye. Hey, it's a D-Knight.
Yeah. Extremely tankable at these levels.
Yeah, no real threat from D-Knight here. It's gonna tickle a little bit. They'll get a free heal when we get done with the fight. Sorry, D-Knight, you are less than useless tonight. Alright, Nitzy is here at the bottom of the sealed cave. What is it gonna have?
We know
pay off?
Golbez isn't here, which is one of my least favorite places for Golbez, so...
This is true. And it is... the pan!
Pan? Alright.
So that is 2 more checks for Nitzy, and this is now getting dangerous for Matik because you know that basement now is gaining 2 objectives, at least.
Yep. Yeah, that
Maybe
basement
more.
check was pretty good. I was gonna say pretty key, but it didn't
Now,
make the cut. Oh, and
good thing
there's the
Matik-
demons.
There's the Demas, oh boy. One good thing for Matik is he's getting poured right to Baron. If you're going to do the basement, this is where we're going to do it right now. And if he leaves from here, it's going to be a last location, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Pinktail. Now we wanted to see. Matik will do basement.
Alright. Yes, Pinktail is just a high-level item. I mean, it can be like a crystal sword or something like that.
Yeah, it can be a tier 7 or tier 8, so it could be your Holy Sword, could be your Avenger, could be your White Shirt.
Fortunately, it cannot be adamant armor. That is omitted from this flag set.
Yeah, I believe unless you might be able to get from the Pink Puss, but no one's going to take the time to do that in the race because
Yeah,
you're probably not going to win that way if you try that.
that would be a good way to get revenge on whoever's doing comms that night. And Matik
Matik sees the Luca key.
likely heading right down there.
Yep. And that will leave Matik either a hook or a what is the other thing here? Oh wait, no, that actually should be, let's see. Dan Ruby, Young's wife, Sealed Cave. He'll have go mode actually when he takes the Sealed Cave. Nitzy is on a clock here to finish this up. Really needs this pan to pay off with a check from Sheila. Most ideally, the hook.
Yeah, that would be very interesting.
Yeah, Twin Harp would be a bit of a zonk if it's hiding behind that.
Yeah. We would all hear music, though.
Yeah, it's looking less and less likely we're going to hear it at this point.
And yeah, nitzy, remembering to hit Yang with the pan, which I didn't have in my head. I was thinking, oh yeah, he's just gonna go over to Sheila now, right?
Well, we can always just lie and tell Sheila we have
Yeah.
bonked Young on the head, but somehow she knows.
She can just smell the pan and know.
Well, smell it, or maybe there's
Pan's unbunked.
there's a few dents in the pan from having used it. Nitzy will use it on Yang first. That is the hook.
Ooh,
That is go
there's the
for
hook.
Nitzy.
Wow. All right.
So literally, now Nitzy does not have the rat tail, so can't do that. We'll be able to turn this pan back in. It does not have the Tower of Zot either, so we'll have to do at this point the White Spear and the Falcon route if he wants to just go for go.
Yeah.
A little bit unfortunate because that hook route is going to take at least a little time, and that's not in Nitzy's favor right now.
Yeah, it's somewhat of an awkward go mode. But the go mode's the go mode.
It is, even if it turns out to be Ono mode sometimes. Oh, there's a spoon. Okay.
Just have it as a souvenir, I guess.
Souvenirs, nice. It is the 10th key item for Nitzy, so if he goes to the moon, we'll get at least a little extra experience off of that. But definitely has the longer route to get to go mode, just because it has to do White Spear Falcon, whereas Matik's path forward is bonking Yang on the head and turning in a rat tail. Wait, Nitzy will check the D-Mist. Forgot about that almost.
Yeah, I almost did too.
Cabin.
Look at that. Reset, yep. When it's good, it's good.
Yep, looks like we'll go for the hook route first. Makes a bit of sense. You'll go to the moon for your 6th objective and just walk down probably from the White Spear. Downside is you are committing to basically the hook route here, whereas if you took the White Spear first, you might get one of the missing items like the rat tail or the earth crystal from it, but you know, I don't mind this.
Yeah, with the pass and play, would it be quicker to actually do the White Spear first and then come down and do this, do you think?
I would say yes, just because it's less of a walk down from the do the pass route. I mean,
Yeah.
walking down the LSC is going to take you almost 2 minutes. I mean, you're doing most of the walk anyways to get to the White Spear, but even just the walk from the White Spear just down to Z, it's a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Matik, meanwhile, is remembering he has to actually bonk Young on the head first.
Yeah.
Remember, Sheila knows. You can't fool her.
And we're positive that the top of tower boss is going to be Plague.
Yes. Finally, there's another Palom here at the hook route, which, again, this is even later than his first spot.
Mhm.
Yeah, we just were never
chance.
really seeing Palom here. Worm's agility is usually all right. There is a risk if you get enough levels on her that she can get close to 27, which is kind of like the worst agility number to have for this Z fight.
Yeah, I've ended up at Z with like some pretty cruddy agilities with Quorum in that ballpark, so
And good news is we have quite a bit of agility manipulation this season. We have the Heroine Robe, which is not ideal, but you can use it if you want for 15 agility. There are already bows for 10. I don't know if we may see a crystal rings for 5 or ninja hats for 3, but those are other things we can add to Porum to get her just over the 28 if it happens to be a problem.
yeah, both of the runners shouldn't have too big of an issue with that.
Matik finds that there's an Avenger sitting with that pink tail. It'd be nicer if you had a better weapon for the Cecil.
yeah, because he's swinging an ogre axe right now, and that we got a twin heart behind the rat tail.
Yeah, and we know just based on where the key items have fallen today that that twin harp is haunted. There can be nothing behind it. You'll probably have your tower key, I would imagine, because that's the only key item we have left we haven't seen. We just aren't seeing it.
And French Vanilla King Queen up. Or no, this is Vanilla, never mind, because the Ruby spot is blank. So Vanilla King Queen Evelyn.
That's unfortunate in a certain way, because you'd like them to be somewhere else for a lot of nice free experience. Matik has a crystal at about 139 here, so that's nice. We'll see what the item was. Oh yeah, we already know it was the spoon. Duh, we've already been here.
Souvenir spoon.
Villa has the vanilla spoon, no matter.
Oh yeah, that is vanilla.
Goober, the Kaboom has to be in the Zemus zone. We got in trouble the last time we sort of blew it up outside the Zemus zone. There were permit problems, there were complaints, there were lawsuits. Not a good time.
City really came down on us.
All right, Matik is going to set up for this Z fight. Putting an Assassin Dagger on the Rydia to get her at least some agility going forward here. I'm in a French Vanilla Plague. In fact, we probably want to see the Plague at all, but it is what the seed rolled.
Oop, what was Porum's agility out there? I just missed it.
Did not see, sorry.
Dang, Garrett, I see a Z flag. Oh, I see two.
Yes, what are those Z flags about? Is it time for bed?
Almost.
I may be an old man here, but you know.
Well, we are gonna see what random Z sprite we get tonight.
Yeah, Z is a little bit rude. The script doesn't really work anywhere else in the game, so kind of leave Z here, stuck in the Z zone, where we have all the proper permitting, proper containment devices for all of the big bangs and black holes and such not. So we toss the crystal. Z is going to randomly take on one of a bunch of sprites that have been created by our team here, and the question we always ask every time we throw the crystal is, whose butt are we going to kick tonight? And then we have a whole bunch of secondary questions that go with it, such as, does it have a bud? Is it cute? Can it do taxes?
Follow-up questions.
And can it bring world peace, perhaps? Things of that sort.
The race press conference. Oh yeah.
Well, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, I actually got this in practice not too long ago, and I think we figured out that it's from that ski game that was on everyone's computer in 1992. Ski free. Yep. Yeah. Someone said it.
Yeah, so this is basically I want to say it's probably an elementary school art project, not to make fun of the 8-bit era and such, but my goodness.
I remember the Yeti being kind of startling in that game for sure.
Our nuke falls on Cecil here on Matik's side.
Not the worst target.
No, not the worst. Would nice if it hit Yang, who has a much beefier pile of hit points.
All right. Nitz is going to the moon, finding that last objective.
Yeah, now it looks like is Cecil stuck?
Oh, is he Avenger glitched?
I've been seeing the turns go by. It's like he's not taking any action and he's not actually getting a turn come up, so I'm not sure.
That's very frustrating if so.
Oh, there it is. Okay, now
okay,
he's
cool.
got a turn. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay.
I was wondering if the strategy is going to be full reflect, which it looks like it is. In which case, Cecil, we have that Avenger. We're not going to use it because this is faster. When you do Zemus, there's a script where his HP refills once 45,000 damage has been done. Because game can actually handle as much HP as the programmers wanted to give it. They figured, hey, we'll put a counter script in here and just refill the HP. But in this game, if you reflect spells, it doesn't trigger any counter scripts, and you can get through Zemus in roughly half the HP.
It's good work if you can get it.
Yes, all the glory, half the expense. It's definitely a way to go in heroing. Another big bang coming off here. I don't think this one was nerfed, so let's see what this happens
Yeah,
here.
I don't believe so.
Ouch!
Ooh, that was a high roll.
And Rosa's going to go down because there's not enough time, I think, to get her up
she's
before
gonna
HP
run
is going
out.
to go.
Mhm.
Yep.
All is not lost, but yeah, that was a very unlucky roll.
I've had Zeromus hit for over 2,600 before on a Rosa, so it's certainly possible for it to roll very badly.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, Apex Corvid, Rosa is wearing the heroine robe, I believe.
Yeah, probably doing that for the extra agility, so more casts come out. They're weaker casts, obviously, but they come quicker. We must be very close to max side, just getting another nuke off here, and we're close. Another shake, so this nuke has got to kind of do it. And there is the crumble. So GG for Matik, and that's very good for Matik because if they had gone one more round, I think that would have been an unfortunate wipe.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very well played there.
While that is going on, let's see, 146.52 is Matik's time. Nitzy is just finishing up the Odin, and we'll get the Crystal as soon as this is down.
All
Hey,
right.
it looks like we're joined by Matik in the booth. GG.
GG, Matic. How are you feeling?
Hello. Thank you. I'm feeling pretty good. That was a close one. I felt like it was very, very scary at the end there, and I made quite a couple of big goof ups, but happy that I got through it.
Yeah, that Z fight was very tense. There was a very high roll there. But yeah, you definitely pulled it off.
Yeah, I was really hoping to beat that second Big Bang, but I kind of underestimated how much damage my whites were doing because my roses still had heroin robe on, which was pretty much intended, but I managed to just barely salvage it at the end there, and I was kind of surprised that Rydia Nuke, when I revived her, did not finish the job. But the second one, right as he shaked for the third time, luckily managed to. He must have been very, very close to dead. Managed to very barely clinch it there.
So what'd you think of the early part of the seed? Not too many key items there.
No, not really. I mean, it was. I mean, there was an early-ish magma key, but I still decided to mostly clear the overworld, as I recall, and kind of held off on doing the Baron. The only thing I didn't do is I had a pretty early Baron key, but it wasn't an objective. And with the magma key in hand, I decided to skip that. Just go straight underground and try and find a fifth character through there, which I did through Dwarf, but there was a Zonk as well. So after checking Feymarch, and then decided to go straight to Keyless Tower, getting lucky with the Darkness Crystal, and then at that point, I thought, okay, I definitely want to do. I mean, there was, I believe, after Keyless Tower was done, and I did the Sheila 1 check. The only thing left were K summon checks. Well, I did Baron Castle, and then after that there was K summon checks. So I was looking for a good fifth character to sling, which I did find that Rydia. So after that, I did manage to get the Mac Giant grind off, and just went for the moon and started hunting for objectives, because the only thing left on the blue planet was both Feymarch bosses, which weren't really that great. I didn't want to do either of those early. I guess Golbez I could have tried early in the Queen spot, but I didn't have a way to, like, at least that I know of, to it's like I didn't have Piggy or anything like that to stop the hold, so it would have just kind of been rolling the dice, to be honest. So I didn't want to do that early, and that Leviathan at the King spot, it kind of would have taken a very long time. So I went straight to Moon and cleared almost all of it. I did a very big goof up where I've done this before in a race, where I cleared White Spear Altar was my objective, but I thought it was Crystal Sword Altar objective. So when I first cleared the White Spear Altar and I reset out, then I did Crystal Sword after I was done with my other objectives, and I finished it, and I noticed it didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, I'm a little confused, and so I exited out and looked at my tracker, and I'm like, oh shoot. So I had to go back in and do that, and that cost like a couple minutes or so.
We all had our fingers crossed that you would remember that one for sure.
I was very, I mean, I don't know why I'm mixing up White Spear, Crystal Sword, close enough, right? But I managed to recover after that, and it looks like it was just kind of a, it was kind of one of those seeds where Moon felt like it was required, because at the end there, actually, I had the potential to go 7 and 8. No, actually 8 of 8, because the launch the Falcon was an objective. I had 16, 17 key items, so yeah, it was all pretty much linked there. The path required was pretty linear, so.
Yeah, once that Darkness Crystal kind of came out, everything sort of just unfolded.
Yes.
Yeah, it turned out that basement actually was hiding the way to go there, but at least you checked it before you went to the Feymarch, I think, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, I just, being a K summon spot, I could have checked it earlier, especially after Baron, but yeah, I wanted to get to the moon, and I wanted to do my Mac Giant grind first, and then I wanted to get to the moon, and I just thought, after Mac Giants, it's like, well, you have, Baron Basement and the Feymarch bosses, and those Feymarch bosses don't look very good, or just go to Moon and do all of those objectives, chained together. To me, it made sense just to go straight to Moon and do that first and knock out what I could. And I think the only spot I faded was the Myrrh altar.
Didn't need it.
Yep, I think the most good hell was the tower key if you held even that, so.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. It has to be that, yeah, doesn't it? Unless, well, actually, I defeated Demus, but I never even checked Rydia's mom, so I don't know. Maybe it's behind.
We saw it from Nitzy. It was a cabin.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Yeah.
It didn't matter at the end there, anyways. But I was already in Gomo.
Yeah, but the way you route it just turned out that, oh, I'm getting all 8 objectives basically on the table as I'm clearing up the ones I can get. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Happens sometimes. So what do you think of this flag set overall? I mean, it's definitely seems like it can accomplish some really wild results at times.
Yeah, it certainly could. It definitely, it can be very difficult, especially if it's a hooked seed, which luckily it wasn't this time. We got rewarded a little bit with the magma key. Even with the magma key, though, it took over an hour and 40 minutes for So, but it definitely pretty much prioritizes doing that grind as early as you can. I feel like I like to approach it where I do that Mac Giant grind as early as feasible, especially if I have no other objectives to do on the blue planet and nothing else really seems logical to do, and if I have especially a black mage to sling, just because with with S Pro, it seems like it's very much most seeds, not all, but most seeds really lean heavily towards those casters and reflex strats. Because unless you're hunting for boxes on the moon, your Cecil's not going to have a great weapon. Your other fighters are not going to have great weapons, really. Your Yong's probably going to be one of your strongest fighters most of the time, just because he scales with levels. So I kind of enjoy it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I like Yang a lot in this flag set just for that reason you say. All you have to do is get levels, and, he's pretty much set for the most part, and will do at least decent damage, if not great damage, depending where you are.
Right, exactly. I agree.
Right, so this gets you now to 2-1, so GG on that, and so it'll be exciting next week of racing for you.
Yep, I am looking forward to it. It's been a lot of fun so far, and we'll see what the next couple of games bring.
Yeah, GG, super well played.
All right, thank you very much.
Have a good evening.
You as well.
All right,
that was Matik, our winner. So Nitzy's now just taking on Z after having finished the White Spear and then taking the Ribbon Room for a little bit of extra experience. So
yeah, actually, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, Nitzy's mages seem a little bit light, so I wasn't sure how many Mac Giants he completed. So taking that Ribbon Room, definitely tempting.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw some whites and possibly some nukes landing out there. So I mean, it does look like the agility might be a little bit more messy than it was for Matik.
Yeah, definitely seeing some shaking, some scary shaking there.
Yeah, is cycling through to get a different character to start this chain. Cecil's going to throw the crystal.
Yeti round 2.
As if there weren't a whole bunch of us who didn't see this thing many more times than 2.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, I think Z-Sprites kind of come out in groups because I had never seen this one before. I just got it. There's a couple more that I've seen sort of hanging around the tournament as well.
Speaking of not escaping, Cecil takes all of the initial big bangs apparently in this seed because Yeti must decide to target Cecil again here.
Does yeah? So Nitzy does not have nuke on Radia there.
Okay, guess do not take quite enough levels then on the get that done. Let's have white. Unfortunately, Rydia can't blarg this Yetimus because the developers thought that would be cheating, and there's a nasty counter to summoning. So Rydia's not going to do that. Fire Freak is, decent, but it's going to take a lot more time to cast
Yeah.
for a lot less damage.
White Mage is putting in the work here.
Yep, it's a little bit stronger now. I mean, if it looks like Nitzy's going for more of a hybrid strategy, so not quite as bad that way. I try to nerf the second Big Bang with another Silk Web.
Oh, that's a rough target there for the counter nuke.
Well, yes and no. On the one hand, it's Rydia.
Yeah,
On the other hand, she doesn't have nuke, so it's like that's not exactly pouring out the damage here.
My brain is just insisting she has nuke. Yeah, she's gonna take a nap for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could mentally will certain spells onto these characters at times. If you figure out how to do that, let me know.
I'm concentrating.
I think that nerf might have been a little bit too soon with this, how much time passed here. So let's see, is this going to be full? Yeah, that was not nerf. But nobody dropped, so that's okay.
And we're even getting Radia back up in the action here.
A white's being cast on Yang, but that's okay because there's a delay on this. Yang will get the Star Veil up before the white lands.
Yeah, good thing white takes a half hour to cast.
And good use of the Cure 3s here on the high HP characters who don't have much to do because they're waiting for the mages to get this down.
You might as well
Because
fire 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's about the best she has. I mean, you could throw viruses off if you wanted to, just with a sap tick, and it's a little bit faster to get through, but potato, it's pretty much Pretty is helping, but I'm trying to see if these whites will get off in time before the Big Bang lands. Use virus. There we go.
Yeah.
Do something faster.
It's a little extra 2K-ish.
Right on the money.
Not the scariest roll there.
No, that worked out okay.
How many Cure 3s did he buy? It's just like
all of them.
Clown car
All of them.
Cure 3s coming out here.
Yeah, reminder to the racers who are running on Friday, there are no more Cure 3s in the shop. Nitzy has bought them all.
Yeah, I know. Sold out.
We ain't close to on this Yeti must by now. I mean, we got a black hole coming up.
Yeah.
There's some whites in process.
Oh, we're getting a Bahamut cast here.
I guess in that case, Nitzy has counted this and is quite confident this is going to take it down. And it's just swagging us at this point.
And there it goes.
GG.
GG
So-
Nitzy.
Finishes the time of about 2 hours, 2 minutes and some change, I think.
2:02:52, final time there.
All right, well, GG to the racers. And I guess we're joined by Nitzy here in the booth. GG.
GG Nitsky, that was a very swaggy way to end your Z fight. I loved it.
Oh, well, I thought you'd appreciate it. I just happened to catch you when Rydia went down, and you were like, well, she's going to be down for the rest of the fight. And I was
You were like,
"Well,"
absolutely not.
I was like, no, she. And yes, that was I mean, it was a calculated count, I think, based on my math, as long as she did something over 6,000, which I think she had a pretty good chance of doing there. If not, it was gonna go all sideways at that point. So she rolled 7,000. Good.
Worked out.
So yeah, fun seed. It looks as though me and my opponent took different paths to victory, and I know exactly what Matik did that I did not, which is unfortunate. But I think I did as best as I could.
Yeah, I
Seed
mean, it
wasn't-
was definitely really well run, and honestly, for much of it, it wasn't super clear who was going to pull ahead.
Oh well, thank you. I am looking
Yeah,
forward
absolutely.
to. I'm looking forward to watch this back. When I went to the ribbon room, Matik had already done, and I realized at that point that Rosa was at level 47, so I needed extra experience at that point. So I just went over to the ribbon room there and took care of business there. And when I noticed the earth crystal there, I said, "Yep, that's basically
Yep.
Yeah,
Because-
that was.
that was the
was that, but-
faster way. That was the faster way."
Well, I mean, if you look at the key item distribution here, it's like Matt did a lot more checks than you did because you did the whole moon clear and then also chased a lot of things on the Earth that led just nowhere. I mean, yeah, he had 4 extra key items on you with getting everything up at the tower key, but it really came down to when we saw that you got the Anne out of doing that sealed cave. Like, oh, well, and, you know, the sealed cave was out of the Luki was out of the basement. It's like, Matik hadn't done the basement at that point, didn't have it. We figured if that changed into go mode and Mag didn't do it, there was a very good chance you could have pulled ahead there. Just that unfortunately with Matik having that earth crystal that put him right in front of Baron, and it's like, well, you're here, you know the basement's there, took it at that point. You did it after you did it, but then was just chasing the same chain, and you know, it led to all the rest of the objectives in turn, so.
Yeah, that's okay. Sometimes that happens. GG to Matik, a relatively, I think, newer runner, but has showcased his ability to do really well and take care of business. So I'm looking forward to better things and good things for him coming out of our group and into next week. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Again, a little unhappy for myself, but you can't, you can't spike all the right moves all the time. So other than that, yeah, the seed wasn't difficult. Thank you, Plumeria, for not rolling a monster difficult seed for once.
He's not me.
Yeah. Didn't get a
For
Garen special.
For sure. But yeah, thanks to you guys on comms. I'm looking forward to listening to this back. Plumeria on Restream, and looks like JP pushing the buttons, I'm gonna guess. So thank you all for everything.
Thank you very much,
right.
Nitsky. Well run and GG.
Thank you. I'm going to dock out. You all have yourselves a wonderful evening.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, that's going to do it for us here on the Free Enterprise channel, but don't go anywhere because we have a second race coming up tonight on the Free Enterprise 2 channel. That's kind of at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern in about 40 minutes here. We have a race between Inven and Frankie Bones, and that should be a very fun race. Inven is one of our older members of the community for as far as racing goes, and Frankie, I think, is too. So that should be an excellent race. And yeah, just join us for more for Enterprise fun after that. And we're not going to rate anyone, so we're just going to sign off at this point. So, and thanks to Flossie for doing comms with me on the booth, Mary for doing the restream, and JP for doing the tracking. And again, thanks to the racers, Matik and Nitzy, for letting us put on a show. Have a good night, all.
Thank you, and thank you too, Garen. Good night, everybody.